Hello students. In the last class we have discussed about the IC 555 timer and the monostable. One of the application of the IC 555 timer is monostable multivibrator. How does this circuit works and the block diagram and circuit diagram and waveform we have in yesterday's class we have discussed. In today's class we are going to discuss about the stable multivibrators, and these two monostable and the astable multivibrators are very important for your exams and derivations and your practicals also. It is very important. You have to do the experiment on these two applications, stable and the monostable, right? In the yesterday's class we have discussed about monostable, and this class we are going to discuss about the stable multivibrators. The two words are there, astable and multivibrators. Astable is not stable. Multivibrators, in last class we have explained the multivibrators is non-sinusoidal waveforms. Non-sinusoidal waveforms you can call it as a multivibrators. It is a charging and discharging based working condition of the multivibrators. It is on or off. How much time it will depends. It is a time duration based uh, working of the IC555 timer. In this mode, there will be no stable level at the output, and the output will keep swinging between the high and low. That is, it does not have any stable state and keeps switching between the high and low without application of any external trigger. Right. In this mode there will be a no stable, there is no stable of that one. In the monostable, only one state it is a stable, and then it is the blinking. But here not, it is there, it's on and off, on and off, it is continuously, it is moving. That is called it as a stable multivibrators. One more name, it is called it as a free running multivibrators. Free running multivibrators, right? This is the circuit of the astable multivibrators. Let us discuss about the uh, block diagram of the astable multivibrators. Let us see that one. This is a block diagram of the astable multivibrators. First components we have to see that one. What are the components they are using? Two transistors they are using. In monostable, only one transistor they were using. Only a one stable state. It is a on and off state it is taking. That's why two transistors they are using. Right. Two comparators. One is a upper comparator and this one is a lower comparator. And one more is a SR flip flops. SR flip flop is a, can use that. Register is a RRR, and three registers are 5K using. That's why we can use it as a IC555 timer. If we are giving the 12 volt of that one, this register divides this voltage. At least example it is 12 volts. It is a 4 volts, 4 volts and 4 volts. It divides the voltage. That's why we can call it as a voltage divider network. Here the output will be giving to the pin number configurations. Then we can decide that one. It is a 2 by 3 of VCC. This is a 1 by 3 of VCC. Upper comparator is a 2 by 3 of VCC, and lower comparator it is a 1 by 3 of VCC. Let us discuss how does this circuit work. Before that, I am going to tell that one how the transistor it is working. This transistor is working on that one. It is a Q2 is in the off state. This capacitor is charging. Yes, if this transistor is in the on state, it is a discharging. This capacitor is a discharging. This is a condition. How SR flip-flop will work, let us see that one. How SR flip-flop is working. S is a set and R is a rest set. Q is the output. Q bar is the inverting of the output. S is 1, set is 1, reset is 0, Q is high and Q bar is 0. Yes, if in case S is 0, reset is 1, the Q is 0 and the Q bar is 1. If both are 1 and both are 0, we can see that one. There is no change in the input output. This is a condition of the SR flip-flop. Let us discuss about the if the transistor is in the off. If the transistor is off, this Q bar is 0. If the Q bar is 0, the Q is equals to 1. The Q is 1, set is 1, reset is 0. Set is 1 and reset is 0. If it is 0, the plus non-inverting input voltage is greater than the inverting voltage. Here the 1 plus is non-inverting voltage is less than the inverting input voltage. This condition is works. This transistor is off, it is in the low, and this is in this condition the 2 by 3 of VCC is greater than the 1 by 3 of VCC. In this condition the capacitor starts charging through VCC, RA and RB through it is a capacitor is starts charging. The voltage divider network drawn, thus it is a bias voltage, it is a stable bias voltage to the upper and the lower comparator. 2 by 3 VCC is negative input terminal. Negative input terminal means it is a non-inverting input terminal. 1 by 3 of VCC is a positive input terminal. It is a working. If greater than or equal to 2 by 3 of VCC, it is a upper comparator is high. Upper comparator is a high, the capacitor it is in the charging. The capacitor it is in the charging. Right. S is a set and R is a reset. If in condition of that one, it is a in the on state, it is a 1, the Q is 0, reset is S is 0 and reset is 1. The plus VCC is less than 1 and this is a greater than 1. In this throw, the capacitor is starts discharging through RB and this capacitor. Yes, that is less than or equals to 1 by 3 of VCC. The low output S equals to 0 and R is 1. Open switch. S equals to 1, high, open switch. The Q1 is off. Right? The Q1 is it in the off state. The circuit it is working. like that. Yes, and let us see this. This is a block diagram of the IC555. Let us discuss about the unstable multivibrator by IC555 timer. How does this circuit work? We have to see that one. The supply it is through the plus VCC around a 5 volt in your lab. It is a 5 volt. This through the capacitor is starts charging. 7 is a, what is that one? It is a 7. Pin number 7 it is we are using for that one. It is in the IC555 timer, that is a discharging. 6 is a threshold and 2 is a trigger. This threshold and the trigger we are connecting. This is the connection connected here, and this is the start discharging. The RB and the capacitor through the start discharging, and through this VCC it is in the start charging. This is 1 and 5 we can connect it, both are in connected in ground. The 5 is a controlled voltage and pin number 3 is a output. This is a condition of the IC555 timer. Let us see that one. How does this work once again? The trigger and the threshold pin are connected together. The trigger and the threshold pin are connected together, so there is no need of external trigger pulse. The comparator output is 1. The comparator output will 1 while charging. The trigger, because the input voltage trigger pin is still lower than 1 by 3 of VCC, the supplied voltage. In that less than 1 by 3 of VCC, it is in the set state. 2 by 3 is VCC is greater than of that one. Greater than 2 by 3 of VCC. This time the output of the timer is high. Once the voltage across reaches 1 by 3 of VCC, the supplied voltage, the trigger comparator will output 0, keeping the situation unchanged as the R and S inputs are the flip-flops are 0. Once the voltage across the capacitor reaches 2 by 3 of VCC, input of the flip-flop, now the capacitor will start discharging through the resistor R2. R2 means RB. And the discharging transistor, the output of 555 timers is low. At this point, once the voltage across the capacitor drops to 1 by 3 of supplied voltage, the trigger comparator will be output is 1. You can easily calculate the output of this calculation using the below mentioned formula. We can see that one depending on the resistors RA and RB. Capacitor on the other hand, load time depends only on the resistor R2 and the capacitor. Yes, let us see that one. Its a time is high. This is a high. This is the high. The capacitor is charging in this. It is a T on. This is a T off. T off. This is a T on and the T off. The TH is 0.693 R1 into R2, right, into C1. This is the 2 by 3 of VCC, 0.6. 2 by 3 of VCC, we can take that one, 0.693, right, of R1 into R2 into C1. Low time it is in the 0.693 into R2 into C1. Both you have to add it. Correct. Add these two. Common is 0.693. C1 is a common. R1, it is a plus. It's a mistake of that one. Yes, it is a mistake of that one. R1 plus R2 plus R2. This is a mistake. R1 plus R2 equals to 0.693 C1 R1 plus 2R2. This is a condition of this is the T total time period. This is a plus. Yes, TH plus TL equals to, then T is a total time period. Reciprocal if frequency equals to 1 by T. If you do that one, you can get the 1.44 of RA plus 2RB into C1. You can take that one. This is the equation of to calculate the value of the frequency. And one more thing, you can get that one. It is in the it is a time of the it is a, we can see that one, we can in the duty cycle we have to calculate. Duty cycle equals to TL divided by T. We can going to take that one. TL divided by T means 0.693 divided by what is that one? It is in the 1 divided by RA plus 2RB into C1. We can see that one. That is a formula of the duty cycle equals to duty cycle of formula. It is duty cycle equals to RA plus RB divided by RA plus 2RB. With a percentage, I am going to take that one. This is a percentage. We can duty cycle always it is in the percentage. This is a formula of the duty cycles. What do you mean by duty cycles? It's a ratio of the on time discharging capacitor to the total time period of the cycle. We can call it as a duty cycle. You can see the graphical representation of the astable stable. It is a non-stable. They can tell it like that, on and off. This is on off. It is a continuous cycle. We can see that one, right? We can see the on and off state. We can see that one. It's a charging. In the on state it is a charging, and off state it is a discharging. On state charging and off state. 2 by 3 of VCC, it is a charging. 1 by 3 of VCC discharging in the capacitor using the low state. Let us see that one. As exceeds 2 by 3 of VCC, the upper comparator of the output resets the flip-flop, which is transistor is output off. The state provides the reset is low. The transistor T will be saturated region will be turned on, providing the discharging path for the capacitor through the resistors R2. Discharging the time is 0.693 R2 into C. As the capacitor voltage falls below 1 by 3 of VCC, the second comparator, it is in the output sets flip-flop, which makes the timer output low, and the whole process starts again. It is continuous charging and discharging. It is a continuous process. And one more thing, it is a 0.693 why we are using 0.693, why it is varying means 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3 of VCC, the charge and discharging it is continuously. It is a 69% of the 69.3 of the, it is a charging or a, it is a start charging and it is accepting voltage, and remaining 31% it is a rejected voltage. That's why we can use it as a 0.693 here. We can use the 0.693 of the voltage. 69.3% of the it is accepting, and the 31% it is a rejecting of that one. We can see that one. And here you can see that one. It is in the T-on. This is a T-on state. This is a T-off state. The total time period, it is a T. Here the graph. Right? Your first unit has completed. In the tomorrow onwards, I am going to take it as a digital part of the electronics. It is a new unit for you. It is a very interesting unit, right? Every day keep on watching this notes. I will send it soon. Okay, thank you.